Alright, so I was got an old timer to ask me how I make these popping corks chicken fishing the other day. So video for him and for anybody that happens to know. It's easier for me to do it on YouTube. Plus, maybe a few people interested. First off, I'm cheap. Go ahead and tell you that right now. So you can go up to Bass Pro Shops, or excuse me, to Walmart, and get these things right here. It's got a piece of cable that comes out and a weight on the bottom, but the whole rig's 98 cents. I don't use anything but just this little guy. The hole in this is really big, so what I have to do, treat this as it's coming off your rod and reel here. Sure is going to be your main line. I just got it on some tourney, but we're going to treat it like it comes on your main line. They sell these. They're like, I think it's $2 for two. You get what is it? Two of these little things here. These are bobber stoppers. Know what you do? Put your line through there, like so. See how it pulls down on that? Then take that bobber stopper, pull it right up in there, throw it. See? Then slide this up. Okay. You have to put a little one on here, which I get these at Walmart. I buy a big pack from the section where you get the arts and crafts from. I get a whole pack of these for like $2.14, and all it is a little bead, and then put a bigger bead. Now I'll tell you through trial and error with these particular bobbers right here, it does not like to hold 1 ounce. I usually fish it on 3/8. If I'm fishing smaller stuff like a shrimp, then I'll go up to a 7/8 ounce. Okay, pull it through like this right here. What that bobber stop does is it'll take it, it'll make it so it won't slide so far. So it hits it, lets it go down, hits it. So you can make this thing right here as long as you want, and you can reel it up through your rod. Then what I do is I take a swivel, take a little small swivel. I'm using a bigger swivel so y'all can see it, but in reality you want the smallest swivel you can get. Put it through there, just tie it around. I tie a little hangman's knot, or whatever you want to call it, little singe knot or whatever. Pull it through, pull it down, there you go. Then I'm going to use the same piece of string on the other side. Well, that's for that. Now, a couple of different things you're going to do. I actually kind of messed this one up some. I'm going to redo this. I'm going to show you why here in a second. Welcome to the world of YouTube, I guess. So what you want to do, put your weight. And some guys put their weight down on this side of it, and then some guys want it running all the way to the end of their hook. Either way is fine. What we're going to do is we're going to put our weight in there. I'll say we are anyways. There we go. We're going to put our weight on there. So, and then we're going to put our little swivel back on there again. Same thing, just roll it around a couple times. Okay. Put it underneath like so. Pull it tight. Take it down. Now, typically I run 20-pound braid as my main line. This is my main line. I'm just showing this for demonstration purposes. Typically I'll run 20-pound as my main line, and then 20-pound braid, and then I run a 25 Flora, or I'll run like a 30-pound mono. Like mono honestly just gets a little bit cheaper, but if you want a smaller profile, then you really want to run that Flora. When it comes to how much I pull for my bottom side where my hook's going to be at, I usually don't do much more than a foot. And the reason is very simple. I don't really think that a fish is going to see much more than that. So I don't really think they care too much more than that. Put it through. Now, I like to fish these for flounder, but I really like to fish these things for trout. Honestly, I've had some good luck this year throwing out for trout with these. My boat doesn't get way into the shallow waters. It drafts pretty steep considering it's a 26 footer. It's just about 20 inches of water. That's what it needs, right around in that mark. So it drafts, you know, doesn't really draft all that shallow, I guess you'd say. Okay, we're gonna pull that down like that. So then you tie a hook. You can go with you know, like a live bait, or a lot of guys will throw these voodoo shrimp on there. I'm gonna tie this going here just so I can kind of show you the end results of it and how it works. So now I'm just gonna do it overhands because I'm gonna take this off here in just a second. If you put a live on there, I would suggest you put a little split shot. Nothing real big, that one's too big, but I figure it's easier to get one too big for the video than it is to get one too small and you can't really tell what it is. I'm gonna show you what I would do if this was a live one, a live hook, or you know, a bare hook. Okay, so I was talking about. It's out in the water. This right here will come up and it stops right here. If you want to make it longer, all you do is you just grab that little rubber grommet, pull it, and it makes it where it'll come up all the way to there now. See how far that is? And then it's pulling, and then there's your shrimp. Now, if this was live, I would have this longer. I'd leave this at about a foot, but I would put a shot closer to the top than the middle, but I would put a shot look something more like that right there. And the reason is because if this, especially if it's a mud minnow, or not a mud minnow, excuse me, a finger mullet, this guy right here, they like to swim, and so that weight just helps pull them down. Because if you've got 8 inches or 10 or 12, whatever you're running, and that guy swims up, he's a foot on top and he's over here by your bobber, putting that on there, it tends to just kind of hold them down a little bit more. It's not an absolute, nothing in the world is, but that's usually the best way.